stage Dr. Russell Osguthorpe.
Running down to the riptide, taking away to the dark side. I wanna be your left-hand man. I love you when you sing.
All right. The symbiosis between humans and nature is not limited to forests and plants. Forests are biomes, a biological community of life forms that have developed together in response to a physical environment. This community is adapted in harmony, diverse forms of life we can see, plants, animals, and insects, as well as invisible microbes, bacteria, fungi, and more. They are all dependent on one another to thrive. This symphony of nature is all around us, just as Andrew mentioned moments ago. But did you know that these biological communities also exist within us, within each of you? Just as the greater biome of forests contributes to our well-being when we are immersed in nature, there is great power of your own personal microbiome. As a specialist in infectious diseases, microbes have been central to my study of how we stay well for over 3 decades. Your body's microbiome functions like a huge invisible organ, and it plays as important a role as your heart, skin, lungs, and brain. What do I mean by invisible? You're made up of almost 70 trillion cells, but less than half of those cells are human. I'm pausing for dramatic effect. The rest are what's known as your microbiome, a vast, diverse ecosystem of microbes all throughout your body. That's right, you're more microbiome than human, if you think about it that way. For some, the idea of microbes can be uncomfortable, but the microbes I want to talk about today are often our guardians, our allies against bad bacteria. When you take care of your microbiome, it takes care of you. These microbes are our friends. They've been on our side your whole life, and you just haven't known it, felt it, or been able to see it. How? When your microbiome is healthy, the unwanted bacteria, the pathogenic bacteria, have trouble colonizing and infecting us if our good bacteria are filling up all the rooms in your gut hotel. When your gut lining is well colonized by the good bacteria in your microbiome, they crowd out the bad. There's simply no vacancy for a pathogen to land, colonize, and infect. Your microbiome is foundational for your systemic health and wellness. I know we use the word foundational about several thousand times a day around here. Like our lifestyle habits, nutrition, digestion, metabolism, and of course, we just talked about sleep. But if you want to be proactive about your health and wellness, it is incredibly important to pay attention to these foundations every day. It's no accident that these are the first 3 foundational layers of the doTERRA wellness pyramid. And your microbiome is not only influencing all of these foundational platforms, it is also supported or disrupted by the lifestyle decisions you make in these areas. This is why the doTERRA wellness lifestyle works. Yeah. 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. And I'm going to say that again. 70% of your immune system resides in your gut. Your gut microbiome is the mother lode. A healthy, balanced gut microbiome is key to your overall health. It impacts your digestive health, gut barrier integrity, gut immune function, micronutrient absorption, your metabolism, and even your mental health, mood, and ability to cope with stress. Thanks to the marvels of the bidirectional axis of the gut-brain connection. But you have distinct and unique microbiomes beyond the gut. Just like different natural habitats, your body has various niches where microbes reside. such as your skin, mouth, urogenital tract, and other mucous membranes. No matter where you look in the body, you'll find communities of these tiny organisms living there, thriving there, and helping you. In short, these microbiomes help keep us in a state of wellness. They play a role in regulation of metabolic functions, supporting our cardiovascular health, oral health, skin health, and the health of your internal tissues, reproductive health, and hormonal health. I could go on and on and on. Are you starting to see why I love the microbiome so much? Now you're starting to see the world through my glasses. And is it becoming clear that macro changes to your health start with your microbiome? So what keeps this vast invisible organ healthy and functioning at its best? The organisms in your microbiome live better as a community than individually, meaning they are stronger together, kind of like all of us. Diversity is not only the spice of life for human communities, but it's also the key to the health of your microbiome. Research into the microbiome has exploded, with hundreds of thousands of articles being published in recent years. Research confirms that cultivating a wide array of microbes in your gut makes your microbiome more capable and resilient. If one beneficial microbe can't fulfill its function in your body's microbiome, another can step in and take its place. We've also learned that this all-important diversity of the microbiome declines as we age. This decline is part of the aging process that we can measure. Therefore, if we want to live our healthiest lives possible and increase our health span, we need to improve and maintain the diversity of our microbiome throughout our lives. Another threat to this diversity is how our microbiomes are disrupted and limited by our modern lifestyle of convenience. Too much of our food supply is processed, which harms the microbiome. Routine antibiotic misuse in industrial agriculture is also a big part of the problem. 75% of the world's food, 75% of the world's food is generated from only 12 plants and 5 animals. This incredible lack of diversity in our modern diet leads to a lack of biodiversity in our microbiome. Our modern food systems are effectively starving your microbiome of the diversity it needs to thrive. So what can you and I do to replenish and restore the microbiome? First, eat a diverse whole food diet. The more colorful, the better. And avoid processed food, which harms the microbiome. Next, the data tells us that many people in America are already taking a probiotic. That's a good start. But are they taking the right probiotic? No. You guys are so good. You crack me up. No. Microbiome science and research is moving fast, like I said earlier, and not all supplements are keeping up with the advancements. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we all get more proactive with our microbiome health. It's time to introduce you to the most cutting-edge, exciting product I've seen in my 3 decades of studying microbes, the doTERRA PB Restore ProBiome Complex.
I was not aware of all the things that your microbiome can affect.
Everything returned to normal bowel movements, which is, beautiful. If anybody suffers from issues with that, you're happy to have that under control.
The poop is good. I've just seen less bloating. I've seen less bloating post-meal, less gas.
So a lot of times when people think of the microbiome, they just think of gut and digestion, but it is so much more than that.
My skin started to clear up. And I don't have a ton of skin problems, but what has happened with my skin as a result of taking the microbiome products It was a very pleasant surprise.
I think the biggest thing that I wasn't expecting and that I noticed was the change in my hormones, especially my cycle.
But I think the biggest compliment came from my husband, because I am much calmer that time of the month. He specifically asked me, like, what are you doing differently? And I said, wow, the ProBiome products are working. That's a win.
I was shocked about the way that this product made me feel mentally. When I came to my husband and I said, my mood has just been incredible the last few days. And he was like, me too. I just wasn't expecting that.
And then with my sleep, I was sleeping so much better. I was falling asleep so much quicker and I was staying asleep, which also had a lot to do with like my mood too, because I was actually getting restful night's sleep.
As we're learning how important the microbiome is, it's so great that it doesn't have to be hard to support our bodies in this. We have something that we can get in our cupboards and just reach for, and it's so convenient.
Wow. See this face? This is my science-excited face. You won't find another full-body microbiome supplement on the market with credentials like that of PB Restore. You just won't. We changed the game when we launched PB Assist in 2009, and we're changing it again today with PB Restore. Now, to help you appreciate just how innovative this new ProBiome complex is, it is my great pleasure to welcome to the stage doTERRA's Vice President of Global Nutraceuticals and Innovation, Alex DaBell.
Welcome to the stage, Vice President of Global Nutraceuticals and Innovation, Alex DaBell.
Thank you so much. It was great to talk with so many of you in the ProBiome showcase area yesterday. Your enthusiasm for these new probiotic formulations and upgrades in our probiotic range tells us that we've met and exceeded your expectations. Now, yesterday, we mentioned the crowded and often confusing landscape around probiotics. So in the next few minutes, I'm making it my mission to have you all feeling 100% confident that there's nothing else like PB Restore in the marketplace. Are you ready to dive into the details with me? So, if you remember from yesterday, there are two key reasons we want to take probiotics daily. First, when your microbiome is healthy and flourishing with the diversity of good microbes, it helps us to stay healthy because there's no vacancy for the unwanted microbes to take up residence and infect us. And this is the primary way to control unwanted outcomes or overgrowth of bacteria that can make us sick. Now, second, a healthy microbiome is also going to support and maintain your health in other ways. We have micronutrient synthesis and absorption. We have optimal metabolic function, the gut-brain axis that we've heard so much about, and so many other areas. Supporting your microbiome is fundamental to your systemic health and well-being, far beyond just the gut. I want to give you more knowledge about the 30 bioactive components in every dual-chamber capsule. These elements were selected because they're each backed by compelling science and research about their benefits for your health. But before I get into those details, I'd like to spend a few moments with an analogy that is easy to share and can help anyone understand the characters in this ProBiome story. Consider for a moment a textiles manufacturing plant. The primary goal of this plant is the production of clothing and home linens of all styles, shapes, and sizes. The workforce in this manufacturing plant consists of hundreds of different employees with a wide variety of skills and talents. However, their skills and abilities won't amount to anything unless they have access to the materials, such as fabric, threads, and cloth, that are needed to produce each different kind of clothing or linen. Your microbiome is similar. you have between 500 and 1,000 species of microbes that are working in your body. And these probiotic workers need access to a wide variety of fiber-rich foods, the prebiotic materials, so that they can create the valuable products, these postbiotic metabolites. What are these? Let's review some of them. Your body uses probiotic bacteria to produce a wide range of compounds supporting cellular, organ, and general health functions, from neurotransmitters to bioavailable vitamins, even short-chain fatty acids. The metabolites generated by your probiotic bacteria are fundamental to the valuable benefits that your microbiome is creating for your health and well-being. So as you can see, when you take daily probiotics, you are replenishing your internal workforce, the probiotic bacteria that are responsible for creating these postbiotic metabolites. And those postbiotic metabolites continue to provide multiple health benefits even after the probiotics are done with their work. I'm sharing this analogy because I want you to appreciate why every strain was included in this new formulation. Each probiotic strain is there to do a distinct job. The prebiotic fiber, it's there to fuel their work. Can you imagine trying to run a manufacturing plant with just one type of worker? Wouldn't work very well. Now, similarly, diversity in your microbial workforce is vital. And that's why we've combined the strengths of these 24 probiotic strains in our dual chamber capsule. As we formulated, we considered the science and the evidence for each strain. We evaluated both the individual merits of each strain and also how these strains would work together as a team. And while it's the combination of these strains that delivers the whole body benefits that you can expect from PB Restore, I'm going to highlight 3 that I think you'll find particularly interesting. The first one, Lactobacillus brevis, strain SP48. This strain has been shown in preclinical research to naturally increase GABA. Now, GABA is one of those postbiotic metabolites that we just talked about. GABA is a neurotransmitter. It plays a vital role in the function of your central nervous system, helping to regulate your sleep, your memory, and your mood. You heard yesterday that many of our wellness advocates experience a positive shift in their mood and their ability to manage stressful situations when taking PB Restore daily. One of the probiotic workers contributing to the improved mood benefits is Lactobacillus brevis SP48. Now, when these next 2 strains team up, the research shows they work together to deliver a host of benefits. And chief among these is an increase in butyrate levels. Butyrate is a short-chain fatty acid metabolite with several benefits, including strengthening your gut barrier and healthy inflammatory responses. When taken together, Lactobacillus rhamnosus IMC 501 and Lactobacillus paracasei IMC 502 have been shown to naturally increase our microbial diversity as we age, including the genus Lactobacillus and 2 keystone multi-beneficial genera, Bifidobacterium and Akkermansia. In healthy people, Akkermansia mucinifila accounts for up to 4% of your intestinal bacteria. Akkermansia thrives with access to dietary polyphenols, which is why Dr. O recommended that you always combine your probiotic supplementation with a colorful, diverse range of whole foods. Maintaining these key species as we age is vital for health span and systemic health. They support optimal gut barrier function, metabolic health, fat storage, regulation of inflammatory responses, and more. The third strain I want to highlight is Lactobacillus rhamnosus SP1. Dr. Hill has said many times, from this stage in fact, our lifestyle choices can influence our gene expression. Well, the health of your microbiome can also influence your gene expression. Lactobacillus rhamnosus SP1 studies have shown it influences the expression of IGF-1 and FOXO1 genes. And these genes are involved in skin health. When Danny Flynn mentioned yesterday that her friend commented on the health of her skin, what you couldn't see was Lactobacillus rhamnosus, SP1, taking the bow. Now, there's another kind of worker in my analogy that we haven't really addressed. The cleaning crew that comes through before the manufacturing team starts their day, eliminating anything that could get in the way of the workers performing their best work. In your microbiome, bacteriophages are part of this cleaning crew, and they look like this. They might look like science fiction, but bacteriophages are a natural part of the human gastrointestinal system, and they're also abundant in nature. They're found in seawater, soil, fermented foods, and of course, people. In fact, you have 10 times more bacteriophages in your body than bacteria. It's amazing. Bacteriophages aren't actually bacteria. They're healthy viruses that infect and eliminate specific pathogenic bacteria. In fact, the use of bacteriophages was very common in Europe before modern healthcare. Now, the specificity of bacteriophages allows them to selectively target harmful pathogens and disarm them, sweeping out these unwanted bacteria to create space for beneficial microbes to flourish. And because of this, bacteriophages are particularly beneficial when they're used in combination with probiotics. These 4 phages in PB Restore formulation will effectively clear the space for the 24 strains of probiotics to do their best work. And that's why the phages are housed in the outer capsule along with the prebiotic fiber to time their release ahead of the probiotics in the inner capsule. Now, for those of you who are paying attention, which is everyone, right? Now, you're probably asking what this strain of postbiotic is for in our formula. Here's the thing. It takes time for ingested probiotic bacteria to locate the prebiotic fibers, break them down, and produce those all-important postbiotic metabolites. So, a faster way to address these problems is to ingest some postbiotic metabolites directly. And for this reason, we've included Lactobacillus rhamnosus CRL 1505, our heat-inactivated postbiotic strain, so that when it's ingested orally, it can immediately begin delivering its immune-supporting activities. So, there you have it. This patent-pending formula in a patented dual-chamber capsule for the most effective microbiome support you can find today. The postbiotic strain for immediate action in the gut. 24 active live probiotic strains from 22 species for maximum diversity in your microbial workforce. The prebiotics those microbes need to do their work to produce those all-important postbiotic metabolites. And 4 bacteriophages for targeted cleansing of the unwanted bacteria in the gut. Has my mission been successful? Do you feel more confident that PB Restore is one of the most innovative probiotics in the market today? Now, you can download and share what you love about this formulation right now. Just scan this QR code for some materials that you can post right away. There's no need to memorize these 30 bioactive components in PB Restore formulation. I know some of you are probably already Googling and eager for more knowledge, but doTERRA has your back. You can review everything that we've covered here today and discover more about the powerful science behind this breakthrough new product by enrolling in the ProBiome product course. You can learn about the science of the microbiome, the benefits of both the ProBiome products that we've introduced, and how to use them, as well as the science of the strains in each product. So I'm thrilled to launch this new product education course to you all today. Please scan this QR code now to enroll, or you can visit training.doterra.com. And I hope you'll join me in the showcase later today for a deeper dive. Thank you so much.